She was the most unusual pirate in the Caribbean. She never ransacked or pillaged or outraged any locals or ships or towns. She just came, killed, and left. They say she poisoned. She was the most unusual pirate in the Caribbean. She never ransacked or pillaged or outraged any locals or ships or towns. She just came, killed, and left. They say she poisoned her saber with deadly venoms, and that the slightest scratch would send ye straight to hell. They say she... Legend has it he's taken part in every war on this flat earth, so when he retired, he became a pirate to go out the honorable way, by drowning. Legend has it he's taken... My ruffian history books say he always arrived after the explosion of a big black smoke cloud that left his enemies in a dizzy stupor. His battle cry was, "Try this stuff, man!" I'd better not. The water might wake him. Oh, I have heard rumors about strange reactions when you mix water with certain products. That might come in handy. If my memory doesn't fail me... Here it is! Maybe the time has come for that bar of soap to help me demonstrate the truth of certain unproven legends in the world of chemistry. I've heard odd tales about what transpires when adding this malignant substance known as soap to common everyday water. Let us now authenticate its verisimilitude. Oh, wonder of wonders! Yuck! Some bubbly pox reminiscent of baby drool has appeared in the water, as if it were rabid. I must christen me creation with a name. Soapified water. Soapy water? Something like that. Yes. Could everything I've heard about soapy water and its effects on filth be true? I'm not a man of science and philosophy, but I do enjoy experiments. Let's try. Keep quiet, you whippersnapper, or I'll swab the deck with you. Unbelievable! The filth simply melted from his shaggy coat like witchcraft. Even though he's awake, he's no threat to me anymore. Everyone knows a pirate loses strength if he loses his filth. It's like scalping the dreadlocks off a Barbary pirate. The poor guy's sadly mistaken if he thinks that spooky stare is going to intimidate me. I don't doubt he's a cute little rascal, but who put that ribbon on him? The poor guy's sadly mistaken if he... It's the Great Tosequa, an idol of great value and unknown origin. I bet it came from New Spain, or the Philippines, or Africa, or China, or one of those places that isn't England. I bet it came... I don't know if it weighs down paper well, but it's great as a blunt-hitting weapon. It seems to bear Russian mongrel's trademark on one side. It seems to bear... Lucky thing I took it, though I doubt Russian mongrel would think the same. It's nice and stretchy, like all the fine products which share the Septicata Draconis Lingua brand name. Let me make one thing clear. It isn't a dagger. It has Malatunia's effigy etched into the handle. One was in the cabin, and the other was holding up the windowsill. If I take one more, I could make a fork. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. Should work well as a life preserver if I fall into the sea. It used to be a windowsill overlooking the balcony, but I, Brushian Barskov, captain of the Interfector, have released it from its mundane fate. Take a look at this, Husky Hound.
Sabed que un infierno ya me habrás.
Sink me! If that isn't certifiable proof of level 3 plundering and pillaging, then I miss Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Wasn't Storn Torns the front? Mas al fin se
Look here,
estrellaba
Husky Hound.
colgando.
Sink me! What have you done to him? His coat is practically shining. The poor devil, demon dog, he'll never lift his head from the shame. How could you commit such an evil deed? Are you that ruthless? That cruel? I thought you were more honorable. Congratulations, you've committed an act of extreme cruelty with cum laude honors. Hats off to you, matey.
Señor juez,
Say,
juro que
Husky
no he
Hound.
despachado.
What can I help you with, Shaggy Sheepdog?
I'd like to take the test in History of Classical Ruffianism.
Let us begin then. Question 1. Who was the ship's cook in the famous crew of the ill-fated Captain Flint?
Long John Silver.
I knew you'd get that right. Let's continue. Question 2. What was the original trade of Captain Blood, which was most convenient for someone wanting to become a bloodthirsty pirate?
Doctor.
Well done, boy. Let's move on to the next. Question 3. How did Captain Swallow escape from the island where Captain Barbossa abandoned him for the first time?
By inventing turtle surfing, as everyone knows.
Quite inventive indeed. And to think, some people dare say he was rescued by a boat of rum traffickers completely by chance. Anyway, you must answer one final query. By means of what ingenious combination of trips did the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove reach the Caribbean Express port of call on Chickpea Island?
What?
I know it's a silly question, so I'll give you some background information. At the beginning of their careers, peg-legged pirates Henry Wobblins, Diego El Cojuelo, Jean-David Leclope, and João de Passoromo did not possess their own ships. So they set sail on the Caribbean Express, headed for Chickpea Island, where they found treasure map H94856 in Lentil Cove. Like good pirates, they were mischievous rogues who fought over the map for days, until exhaustion led them to tear the map in 4 and cooperate with each other. The last Caribbean Express was to pass through Chickpea Island 8 days later. Because it was early in the morning, they had 8.5 days to get back to the port. The problem was that during the ruffianesque brawl, they'd lost 3 of their 4 wooden legs. They decided they'd return to the port in pairs, with one pirate wearing the sole remaining peg leg and the other leaning upon him. Afterward, one of the 2 would return to Lentil Cove using the wooden leg, then forming a new pair to return to the port, and so on until all 4 could reach the boat's point of arrival. The order they chose was to be of the utmost importance, because some were faster than others. Henry Wobblin stuck a pebble into his boot, because the pain in his sole would increase his speed. And therefore, though he weighed more than a sperm whale, he was able to reach the port in just 1/2 of a day. Diego El Cojuelo was used to running, and even though this time he was wearing garments and there was no cuckold in hot pursuit of him, he could still reach the port in 1 day. Jean-David Leclope bragged he was the lightest of the lot, but he'd ingested some stomach-wrenching berries that forced him to lower his breeches every 15 steps. Wherefore, he would take 2.5 days to make the same journey. João de Passoromo was the world record holder in poultry chasing, but it took him no less than 5 days to walk the distance to the port, because after a violent bout of hunger, he'd snacked on 5 of the 5 toes on his remaining foot. I'll sum up the situation for you. Henry Wobblins took 1/2 a day to reach the port. Diego El Cojuelo took 1 day. Jean-David Leclope 2.5, and João de Passoromo 5. They only had one wooden leg, and the Caribbean Express was going to call it port 8.5 days later. And every pair would take at least the time needed by the slower of the two to get to the port. In that case, which two pirates were the first to go to the port of call?
Make fast the bunt gasket round the mast, buccaneers.
Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo.
And therefore it took them 1 day. Now tell me, which of them returned to Lentil Cove with the wooden leg?
Henry Wobblins.
All told, that makes a total of a day and a half. Don't get your waistcoat in a wad. You're not doing bad. Which was the second pair to walk to the port?
Joao de Passaromo and Jean-David Leclople.
All told, that makes a total of 6.5 days. Now, tell me, which of the 3 pirates at the port returned to Lentil Cove with a wooden leg?
Diego El Cojuelo.
All told, that makes a total of 7.5 days. Since at that time, the ones left at Lentil Cove were Henry Wobblins and Diego El Cojuelo, who only needed 1 day to reach the Caribbean Express port. They managed to get there in time, save their lives, put the map back together, find the treasure, and go down in ruffian history as the 4 pirates of Lentil Cove. Congratulations to you, mate. You've passed the test on history of classical ruffianism.
Presto! Now I've passed all 3 tests required to become a pirate of low moral standing.
And by me faith, ye passed with flying colors. As soon as you bring me the certificate, we'll make this official.
Mas al fin, si es que de acabar colgando, morir de ron, borracho,
Oh no! He's coming too.
infierno ya me abraza.
Oh!
He certainly is a bad sleeper. Certificates of... Aye, I'll take one of these. A certificate for pirates of low moral standing. There you have it, Husky Hound.
Mas al fin, si es que de acabar colgando.
Let's see. You've passed all 3 challenges. The form looks official. Aye, aye. What's your real name?
Brushian Boskov, captain of the just Brushian Boskov, that's all.
The last name starts with B-H.
Oh man, this might take a while. How may I ask have you been, Husky Hound?
O-U-G-H.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Where have I heard that little ditty?
Well, here you go. Your certificate properly filled in, spitted and sealed. Good day, sir.
That's quite a work of art indeed. Aye, aye! Now that I possess me swashbuckler new certificate for pirates of low moral standing, I have the guts to do that and more. Let's see what to take. This thing here. Ooh, this too? Not that. Well, okay. This? That over there. Well, I would have felt just terrible if I'd left anything behind. Now you may inquire, how did I fit everything into me pocket? It's simple. The 3D object modeling department found it appropriate to issue me a voucher, so as to walk with less weight in me trousers. I can't figure out what it is. I guess I skipped over it when I took the rest of the treasure. By Jove, it's a funnel. Not very worthy as a piece of treasure, but I could use it as a megaphone for speaking to the crew of the Interfector.
Come on, you ratty mutts, or I'll make you ammunition for the cannons.
Okay. I hope it holds. Toast with air?
Magic bottles. Do me a good deed with your wizardry.
Come on, you ratty mutts, or I'll
You got
make
any
you
more
ammunition
sunflower
for the
seeds, mate?
I could
cannons.
grab it by getting up onto the windowsill. But what would the purpose be? Now, if it were full, I'd be singing another tune.
No, they'll make you thirsty. No grog, no sunflower seeds.
If me bottle were full of grog, I might risk it. But not this way.
Why, the Jack of
Besides, I
Diamonds,
doubt
I'm
I could
starving.
untie the knot to
Won't
make
you
the
give
switch.
me some sunflower seeds?
The sunflower seeds are staying put till we got grog, or we'll be consumed by thirst.
There's nothing in it. That mask is so lifelike. It appears as if it might run off the ship any time now. Now you'll fill it for me, right?
Pues sabed que un infierno ya me habrás.
Of course I remember spitting the certificate for you. But don't be asking for more till tomorrow.
I'll get by with this, thanks. Besides, me doctor's forbidden me from drinking alcohol.
Shut your mouth, or you'll make this pirate cry.
Voucher worth 3D model of one amazing treasure. Signed, 3D Modeling Department. Voucher worth signed. I wonder what it was doing under all that treasure. I once got into a fist fight with the deaf giant. He wore an identical ear trumpet. Certificate for pirates of low moral standing, spit out at the behest of Brushian Barskov. It's signed by Malatunias and Husky Hound. Certificate for it's signed. It's full of flavor-filled grog, the best rat poison in the Caribbean. It's full of flavor.